Hi everyone. I wanted to share my purchase of a sim racing cockpit experience and my journey. After doing a lot of research, I noticed that the SimLabs P1X Pro and also the Track Racer T160 version 5 now got rave reviews. I opted to visit SimLabs because the footprint was a bit smaller based on what I saw in the dimensions. So I headed over here to this site, and this was my experience. First off, I noticed I couldn't use the front mount because it doesn't support my Moza R21 Ultra. So that was a bummer. I had to switch it to a wheel deck, and no price change there. I didn't really want a monitor mount because I want to get one separately, and definitely wanted a seat. And I did like the price, $789. But as soon as I added the seat, because this is the only seat option, now the price goes up to $1388. And I was like, okay, well, that's fine. It's a pretty premium rig. I want a solid rig. But then I noticed that this setup doesn't come with these brackets, which I thought was kind of silly. Like, if you're going to provide a seat, you might as well provide it with brackets, right? And maybe a slider option. So I was like, okay, well, let me add that, to my cart. And when you click on, choose this option, you realize that both of these are not available. So bucket seat bracket, seat slider, not available, sold out. Bracket sold out. I was like, well, that's a bummer. Okay, let me go look at the accessories section to see what else is available. So I go here to the accessories section, and interestingly enough, right, like the brackets show up here, and I was like, oh, look, there's brackets here, right? And when I click on it, I'm back to like, oh no, actually we're sold out. So that was a little iffy. Then I started noticing a lot of stuff is sold out. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I can get a bracket set from somewhere else. So I added the caster wheel set because I wanted that. I added that to my cart. I kept looking. Again, a lot of stuff sold out. This was a real bummer. I was like, wait, I definitely need this because I want to mount my shifter and handbrake option, and that's sold out. Then I said, okay, what else is there? Oh, look at that. They have the seat slider, but they don't have the bracket. So I put that in the cart, and I was like, okay, well, I'll compromise and buy the bracket somewhere else or some other site. And at this point I was like, okay, whatever. Then I went to the checkout, and all of a sudden I see my shipping at $586.76, and it bumped my total up to over $2,000. I was like, well, are you kidding me? What are they shipping here? Damn! And then I looked over here, they're charging $474 to ship the bucket seat. Damn! And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, I'm shipping this to California. I'm in the connected United States. Like, come on, guys, this is crazy. I mean, for seat sliders, the cockpit, and the wheels, $2,000. Like, I was like, no. I went around, I found this code too, which took off like, $74.90 off one of the YouTubers. But still, that did not help at all. And in contrast, so then I went over to the Track Racer site, and I got myself the TR160 V5 racing cockpit with seat slider kit, right? Brackets and all. And a middle of the road pedal mounting system, which they had like way more options. It seemed like they had a lot more configurability as you were going down. But anyways, this is what I picked. I picked a pretty decent GT racing seat, $399 there. I got my caster wheels, and I was able to buy this front mount for my R21, which is exactly what I wanted. In addition, I was able to get an oversized shifter mount for my handbrake or sequential shifter. All in all, shipping $124, out the door $1682.44. And of course, I'll do another video when I put all this stuff together, how I like it and stuff. But these are both highly reviewed products in YouTube. And just a message to SimLabs, like 474, 71 to ship a seat. Come on, guys. Let's get our act together a little bit, and your inventory strategy. Let's up the game in that too. But anyways, I wanted to make this video for all you that are going down this road too, and maybe perhaps deciding between these two rigs. I initially started out wanting the SimLab, but I ended up with the TR. And also, I noticed that the TR has very well documented motion, capabilities. SimLab says they do too, but not, TR. It appears that Track Racer has been around longer, and they definitely right out of the gate they're saying that it's motion compatible. So price difference, lack of fitting my R21 Ultra as a front mount, and the ridiculous shipping pricing. I mean, the choice was very simple for me to make. And anyways, hopefully my experience will help you save some time and headache and make a better decision. But that was my experience shopping for this sim racing cockpit. All right, guys, with that, I hope this helps, and wish you all a great day.